Yes, boys, and we're back. It's season 2, episode 2 of the Sorare Working Man's Road to Glory. And guys, results. We're going to go through them. As you know, we entered 5 teams, our most we've ever done. We've got 2 that we've entered for this one, and 6 for the next one. So we're going up. Listen, I put some money into it, an extra couple of £100, as ETH is at an all-time low and price in general. So if you're ever going to buy players, you can actually get kind of good players for relatively low fees at the moment. So if you are still long-term thinking that you want to be part of this for another 6, 12 months, 2 years time, and you really think that Sorare is going to go places, which I generally do, I know that's questionable over the last sort of 3 months or so. I know a lot of people have questioned it, but I generally think it is still a long-term prospect. So I'm putting still some more into it, and so we can enter more leagues and increase our chances of getting something. So without further ado, as you can see here, I have actually got my result. Before we do that, I'm going to actually show you where I actually finished for everything for previous months. So if I go to the completed one, we'll have a quick look now, which is straight into it. When this loads up, you've missed this, haven't you? The internet speeds galore here. So when it does decide to load, we have the 5 teams. I will quickly run through these as fast as I can. So our casual league, the one that we normally always hit a minimum of tier 1 up to star. I have some kind of good players now. So Simon kept a clean sheet, fantastic. Tete, I actually believe he got, 2 goals and an assist. He's probably my top midfielder, and I've actually put him in for the next couple of weeks as well. Amazing. Nico Williams, I was either going to put him or Trent. I thought Trent would do bits over Man United, but obviously Man United came balling, didn't they? So that's the way it is. So we didn't do well there. We got Anastasios from Trebunzo, which is a Turkish league. I'm actually become a bit of a fan of the Turkish league, and as you'll see with more players that I've gone and bought now. So he didn't actually score, but at the same time he normally does pieces. And then Brenner we've got, which is for the MLS, and again he hasn't done it. This actually only got us, in fact we'll find out what it got me in a second. It's the only reward, but I'm assuming it was probably a tier 2 or tier 1, so we didn't do too well there. Champion Europe, what's crazy here, guys, is that to get points nowadays in most leagues you've got to hit, that 3 to 400 mark, probably a safe 350, just to really feel like you're in contention to get in some form. So it's extremely hard to actually get. Another thing about potentially doing new tier systems, I think I've maybe read that somewhere, maybe in the comments or something, where they're potentially going to do, they've got the tier 3, tier 2, tier 1, but they might actually separate it potentially into further tiers, so you get the same prize pool, the amount. Let's just say hypothetically Sorare wanted to put £1,000 in terms of first place, second place, third place, star players, tier 1. They had a £1,000 budget for the whole of the tier structure for that particular Champion Europe Limited. If they created more diversity, so like the tier 4 or tier 5, let's just say hypothetically, then it means, yes, you would get less of a payment, but you got more chance of winning. Everyone then would be able to win something. It might just be a £1 player or a £2 player as opposed to a £20 player. But you feel then you're actually getting some reward, you're getting something from the game. When you're week in, week out, spending hundreds of pounds, and you're learning hundreds of lineups I've put forward over the last 9-10 months, and I think I've won 2 or 3 awards ever limited, and each one's been £20 or less. You start thinking, well, long term I'm never going to make any money back unless I really put an awful lot of money into the game and really go out for all the best players, So I feel like if they help people with reward structure further, I generally think that's the best thing. Probably not explaining it the best that I could, but you get my drift where I'm going with it. Make it easier for everyone to feel like they're getting something. as opposed to just like the pay to win accounts. So we've got this one here. Oliver Bowman kept a clean sheet, hasn't for the last 3-4 games, so it was nice that he actually got that. Ferland Mendy absolutely did pieces. Again, I don't think he actually got, no he didn't get any goals or assists, but he played off out his skin. Casemiro, I should have known. I mean, this was all last minute about him moving to Man United. It wasn't in the works for weeks and weeks, maybe behind closed doors, but I didn't know about it. But I put him in. Now, if I didn't put him in, I got around just shy of 300 on a mark for this. If I'd put someone else in there that had done pieces, done bits for me, I could have easily hit 350 or more. So I would have come in definitely with a reward, and I missed out. Moonane normally always gets an assist or a goal, didn't get anything, but he's always going to get me. I mean, he actually didn't play well. It's probably his worst game he's had in a very long time, just a fluke. And then obviously this guy here, Borja Iglesias, another forward, amazing, and he got 2 goals, so I'm really happy with how this one went forward. All-Star Limited, we put forward a couple of people here. Diego Lopez, I don't know what's happening here. I know he left the Real Espanyol, and he went to another team, Real Sociedad, or somebody else in the Spanish league, the top league. He hasn't played. I know he's 40 now, but at the same time, he's actually a really good keeper, even for 40 years old. So somebody tell me what's happening there, whether it's just down to fitness levels or something, or whether someone's replaced him and he's going to just be a sub player. So someone tell me what's happening. So if I need to go get a new goalkeeper, I'd rather know now, while they're cheaper than ever. Matt Hummels, and no one says in the last one that he's about to be replaced once Soule's back fit. And if that's the case, then obviously I should maybe be thinking about selling him while he's actually going for something. But at the same time, having a Matt Hummels is only 33 years old. He can play for other leagues, sub player. It's good to just have him as a utility player, I suppose. So I might probably just keep him. Luka Modric is now 36. He's not getting any younger. But having said that, look at this maestro: 1 goal, 1 assist. I mean, he still does bits. So I mean, while he's performing like that, it's hard. But what's also frustrating is this guy was like, a couple of £100. You probably can get him now for, dirt cheap, 50 quid or something like that. It's just ridiculous. But because of his age, I might have to think about. But again, as a utility player, they've only just started the season. They've got a nice new young midfield, but they're still going to probably want him for big games where he can turn up and pick them passes. So he's going to be playing in the top games, so I might keep him for like the Champions League matches, that sort of thing. Rongier is the one I did a part deal for, a striker that I sold, and I got some cash. And this guy, he hasn't done anything in it, but at the same time he plays 70 minutes to 90 minutes. And Andre Kramaric doesn't very rarely turn up, but he got a goal and an assist. So again, it's just a killer. He didn't play, but would I have got a reward? I don't think so. We move to the last couple real quick, which is the American, and then that specialist league. So if we go to the American League real quick, come on boys, where's the load up here? Here we go. So American, let's see what we got. What we got here, basically a load of nothing. I think I've done the American League for the last few months, 3 months solid. I've had 1 single reward in 3 months, and again it was a play that was 20 quid or less. Didn't keep a clean sheet. 41 points, 41 points, 43 points, 41 points. Tragic. So I'm not even going to go there. We go into the mixed weekly. I mean, my boy here, Benjamin Tay, plays for Hull City, as you know I support, and look at this guy, 2 assists. So I mean, bosh. Derek Etienne, so if I put him in the MLS, he was only going to get me 29 points. He's a bit part player for them now, was doing good. Now he just comes on as from the bench. Martin Hundley, when I got this guy, I got him for a couple of quid, and literally £2 or £3. He wasn't playing, hadn't played for months. Now he plays for the last few months back to back. He never gets massive scores, but again, a good utility player. Kevin Vogt, we know they kept a clean sheet, and he got 54. Didn't play amazingly well, but we got it there. That's not a problem. And then our last one, Elliot Parrish, I literally bought this player for a few quid just so I could enter this team, so I needed a goalkeeper, so I'm not really bothered about that. So this is where we're currently at with this one. The only reward I got would have been from the casual common. Let's see what we got, guys. I'm assuming it's some tier 1 player. Do I really care? No, but they're good to just put them in. Tier 1, there we go. Maximilian Arnold, German player who plays for Wolfsburg, so the Bundesliga. What I always do is whenever I get someone, same as what you guys probably do, I go straight to my cards, wait for it to quickly load up, I go on to the quickest player here. We find that there, So, I mean, in his latest game, he did get a 66. If I click on that, it probably will show that he got. Will it let me click on it? No, but he would have got, I'm assuming, his midfielder, so he would have got an assist or a goal, wouldn't he? So that's fine. Brilliant, so not a problem there. Does he go for much? Let's have a quick look. I'm going to take a shot in the dark. I don't know this at all, guys, but I'm going to say for a player that plays all the time in the Bundesliga, he's only 29, 28, 29 years old, whatever he is. I'm probably going to say he probably goes for 25 quid, 30 quid, something like that. Here we go. Come on. Maybe 30 quid, I'll be polite. Come on, come on. He goes for £42. Alright, I wasn't a million miles away, but it just shows you, you can get utility players that are still in the prime for 50 quid or less, so it's not too bad. Alright, so if we go to, that's where we are with that one. If we go to here, which is my club again, cards, I just want to see what I'm looking at now. So I've got some new cards now. We'll go into the limited, and you can see where we're going, what direction we're going with this club. So because I'm now focusing quite heavily on the Turkish league, and I want to make sure I've got the best players, well, not the best players, but good enough players for what I need to do. I've gone ahead with Fibonacci. Obviously, Demetrius Pepas, but he's going to be playing for Hull City. We're about to sign him. Same with Dog Yukan Sinic. And amongst Adama Traore playing for Hull City. But these are the players I want to go. Seda, Desan, plus Fibonacci as a striker, sometimes as a rotational striker, but he plays every week in, week out, whether it is only 30 minutes or he does the whole 90. He's always playing. When he does play, he's having a good run of form. And I got this guy, as I say, for only £27.89. So I've got him under 30 quid. You can't really go wrong. And he's, I think he was under, I have to check, but I think he was under the age of 30 or less. So, he's still got, relatively, he's got a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, while he can still bash him in. Next one, this is going to be annoying, guys, where it keeps logging me out, honestly. I'm really going to get narky with this. Alright, so Seda Duran. Next one we got was Enner Valencia. This guy cost me £38.24, so really cheap. Does he score? Yes, he does. Look at this, 89, 78, 88. Didn't play only because he played on the 15th. 3 days later, he isn't getting any younger. He's now, 31, 32 or something like that. So, but he eventually plays week in, week out, as long as he gets a week rest between each game. So when the next play in a week now, he will be playing. He got a 78, he got 2 goals on that match. I actually watched it because I've got a stream. So amazing. So I'm really, really happy. He's actually the highest scorer in the Turkish league. And this guy here is in the top 10 for the Turkish league as well. And then we got some midfielders as well. We've got Junior Sikara. Plays for, I know who they play for, Istanbul. They've got the best defence. Don't think they've conceded a single goal in the Turkish league up to now in the 3 games they've had. Does he score? He plays consistently. Does he score consistently? No. Going by this maths, 1 in every 5 matches. But what he does do, he plays in and out, is good as a rotational. So that's as a midfielder. But don't worry, because I've got 2 other midfielders, both playing for Fenerbahce. One was Candias, is it Candias? These are Turkish names, I'm not sure how not Turkish, whatever that one is, Iran or something else. So this guy plays week in, week out. We've got 3, you can see here, he scores and he plays, which is good enough for me. He is 33, 34, so again, he's good as a rotational. We've got somebody several years younger than him. He plays week in, week out, and does have the ability to score as well. So midfielders, I think, were set in terms of being able to do it. Plus, we also got this midfielder. So we've actually got, this was the midfielder. The other guy was the defender. So this guy plays. So I actually have, and that's Tranborze. I'd have to see the pronunciation on that. This was the defender. So this is where I'm at with the game, guys, right now, is that I've got a defender that I can put in, which is, I've got a defender down here. I think it's Simon Valette, who plays in the Turkish league. So I already have a defender. He does play, doesn't really score. This guy does play, doesn't heavily score, but I do need a defender that does actually score week in, week out, or every second week. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm set for midfielders, I'm set for strikers. Goalkeeper, this guy I assumed was, and again, please, if you know the Turkish league, I bow down to your wisdom here. This is forget this one here. The most I'm putting my hand as if you can see what I'm doing, but forget about this most recent one. I saw 2 DMPs, saw this, thought to myself, for the price that it was, which I think I spent. What did I spend on him here? No, it's not 10 what I spent, but honestly, it was like 25, 30 quid. £30 I spent on him, but I thought, well, that's all right. He plays, but he only, he's not great, but he plays. At least I can just enter him. But then he had a DMP. He was straight to the subs. So I'm thinking whether or not the guy was injured, the main goalkeeper. Again, I've not researched it. This is where, if you can help me with this, I'm looking for a goalkeeper for the Turkish league. Somebody that's going to cost me, anywhere under 50 quid, maybe under £40, that does play week in, week out. I know it's hard to ask, it's a goalkeeper, but I'm sure there is one there, whether it be in the Turkish League. What I like about this, about Asian leagues and Turkish League, which is what I'm trying to get into massively, and you'll see with the next players that I'm about to show you, is I'm trying to, you can literally build a squad for £50 to £80, and it's a competitive squad that will potentially get rewards. These are players that are always in the top 10 for assists, goals, clean sheets, and the teams under 100 quid in the minor leagues. Once you start going to European leagues, naturally it's double that amount, sometimes triple that amount, quadruple that amount. But if you still want to be able to field more teams, competitive teams, you just need to have a look at the minor leagues. So this was this. So this is what we're doing in regards to the Turkish League. In regards to the Asian League, again, I went into here, had a look onto the market. I can literally show you in terms of what I mean by it. If we go on to here now, SO5, so I have to move my sheet here, go onto my scout player rankings, and I'll move this back up now. So if we go to the player rankings, what you can see, if I literally just put, for example, let's go Asia, because I'm thinking about joining the Asia as well. Why not? I've got a couple of £100 just sat in my kitty that I want to spend essentially, but I want to be frugal with it. If I go to Defenders now, I've already done this, and because my internet's not the fastest, we're probably not going to spend too long here, but you kind of see what I mean. I moved this straight to 10, so literally 10, they have to play 10 within the last 15 when it moves. There we go. Now filter that. Now I've already seen some of these players are £30 to £50. Some of these players are only 10 quid. I mean, this guy here makes the top 10. Let's just go top 5. This guy, again, I'm just going to show a random person. If I click on him now, go to price, you can buy him for, there's the £20 mark, so you can probably get him for 15 quid. £15, you can see he's on a bit of a decline, he might be injured or something. But if we go to his scores, I'm just giving you an example, guys, how you can do this. You can see DMP, so this is where he must have got a red card. He played the 90 minutes. Did he play 90 minutes there? I think he played the 90 minutes. He got a minus 15 points, so he only got like a 12.78 score, so they've rounded it to 13. For him to do that, again, I would have to click on it, but I would imagine, what's this here, out of the squad. So I mean, he's either been red carded or he's been sold or something, so maybe he's not the best example. But let's go to 4th place. I'm just trying to show you that you can literally get somebody, let's go 6th actually. We don't want to go top 4 because they probably will be slightly more expensive. Let's go to somebody in the 6th place. Go to price. You can tell high, he's dropped down. He's now going for around 20, so we'll say around about 25 quid. Go to his scores, and then you can see straight away, if we go to his scores, he plays consistently, he can score good, he shows that he can do it, and he's having a bit of runner form. How much does he go for? £25. Now I've seen players like this, again, it's just literally going through each one. I said that was 6th. Let's go to, he's played 87%, but let's go to Shinataro Kurung, because I don't know the ETH price, how it relates to sterling, so I need to click on each player, unfortunately. So we go on here, he's worth only £5, 5 to 10 quid, so it's cheap. Go to his SO5 scores, and again, yes, he's had a few DMPs, but he's had a good run of form. He's now been back in the squad, so again, you'd have to double check and see exactly where it is. So he came off the bench 30 minutes, so from the bench. So again, he was subbed in, so there must have been an injury in the team, so now he could be a regular starter. He's only worth a £5, so for £5 you get him, and if he uses him, amazing, and if you don't, then it's a £5. You just keep him there and you just rotate him, build him up. So I can definitely get a defender for around £10 that will play week in, week out. I can get a midfielder for 10 quid, and the same thing, a striker might cost me 20, 25 quid, a goalkeeper might cost me 25. For 80 quid, 60 to 80 pounds, 100% guaranteed I would have to just go for the top 10, top 15 list for all four: goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, and a forward. Guarantee 60 to 80 quid I can get a competitive team in the Asian League, which is what I'm going to do. I just need to find the team and then build it. And the same thing with other leagues as well. Where we are with this now is, if I show you the game that we're going to be that we've chose these specific teams, tell me what you think about them, whether I put the right or the wrong choices. That would be handy to know. When it loads up, we'll go through it now. So casual, I've gone with this. Again, no one's really bothered about the casual guys, but you know, this isn't a paid to win. Essentially it is, but it's not. You know, once you put money in, you're paying to win, aren't you, essentially? But you're not, in my mind. So I've got goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, striker, Gustavo, and these guys. These three here generally do always score, so they normally get very good, a minimum of 55 to 75, 80 points. So if we get an average of 60 in all these, I'll be happy. He didn't play the last match, I don't think, Zeruti, but I'm taking a punt that he plays this one. And it was hard because not a lot of teams, players had matches, so I wasn't exactly gifted with a wealth of players here. I had to put in, I had one or two choices per position, so really I kind of had to put these ones in, barring a player or two, but these were the best of the players that I had. So this is the strongest squad I can field. If we go on to our All-Star Limited, slightly different. If I build it into here now, you can tell again, I didn't have enough players to do a European one, an All-Star, Challenger, etc., because there just wasn't enough matches playing for me to warrant that. So I thought, well, the only thing I could do, this guy's not going to score at all because there's no match, but everyone else is playing. Now I'm assuming everyone's going to be in a similar situation as me, where unless they've got hundreds and hundreds of players, they're going to have to field what I've done. It's going to be pretty hard. What I would say is, though, is because I don't have a goalkeeper, some people probably put money in the game just to buy a goalkeeper for this particular week, because people do that, don't they? I've done it in the past, when it first, a year ago, 9 months ago. So I've got 4 players. Is 4 players enough to get me reward? Probably not, because you know yourself, you've got to average 50, 60 points per player to even contemplate about even in the talks of having some form of reward. What I have got, though, I've got a cracking striker on who will probably play, because he only played the last 30 minutes of the first 60 minutes of the match, and he got took off just because he was getting subbed. They were already 3-1 up, so they just took him off. So I reckon he will play. He didn't play last time, but I think he will play this time. Emmanuel Siopis, again, Turkish League. Definitely, I think we'll play Turkish League, and George Hernandez, I definitely think we'll play. So it's just I don't think this is going to get me any rewards, guys, but it's just so I feel like I've got something in the game. However, what I do want to discuss is this one, which is this week coming up, upcoming teams. So what I'm going to do, go back there, we're going to click off this, and we're going to go onto here, and then what I'm going to do is just go on to the teams that I've built. My saved lineups. Let's move this. Alright, so guys, this is where I need your help, because this week I'm really bothered about that one all-star team that I've entered, and everything else not massively. What I am bothered about, though, is the teams that I have coming up. So I've entered 6 teams, and I know this isn't for this specific game week, it's for the next game week, but I want your help just in case for whatever reason I can't upload a video. I will try my best in a couple of days, but if in case I can't, take this as my time. So this is, give me as much input as possible. It's going to be hard for you because you can't see what I have access to, my other limited cards, because it would mean me having to show you what I've currently got, what I've already entered, and but I have other limiteds that I've not entered on these teams that I could potentially trade. Plus I've got a couple of £100. So if you feel like I need to exchange a player, buy another player to replace him that you think scoring, maybe that you're currently using, let me know and I'll go and buy him. So I'll put £100 aside to maybe mend some of these teams, better them if we can. So the first one, Champion Europe, 6th v 10th, kept a clean sheet. He's going in, champion in Europe. Mendy scored 60 odd points, and they're against 15th place Espanyol, which I believe they're going to do him over. Luka Modric, I'm hoping he plays, but again he may not, so we might have to change him with other European midfielders, which you'll see in a moment when we go further down, such as Casemiro will be playing for Man United. He will be playing for Man United on that day, so we'll just change him. So there's other players I can rotate him. Moonin, he always goes in. Strikers, he's guaranteed to play unless he's injured. Even if it's every second or third day they have a match, he'll be playing. So he's going to be in there, captain as well, because I always captain him. And because he did so well in the last match, we'll put him in. It is 3rd v 4th, so it's going to be a really close contended match, but I believe this guy can step up to the plate. In regards to Champion America, I've kind of lost faith in this one, just purely down to the fact the players I've got 3 months ago were actually doing bits, and this is when I got my reward. But they're kind of just aren't doing as good as they can. Obviously, you've got New York Red Bulls here, 4th place v 6th. He hasn't kept a clean sheet in a while, but he is one of the best. I think he was the best or second best. Him and a guy called Pedro. I can't remember exactly. He's called Pedro or something. So this was, I feel like, one of the best top 3 in the MLS that you can get. Antonio Carlos, I think a cracking defender, was out injured, but now he's playing, has been scoring consistent, has been playing consistent, so he's in. Matt Hedges, again, it's FC Dallas, 3rd place. Hasn't really been keeping clean sheets, but I'm hoping that he can do something. Darlington Nagby, he's getting on a bit, well, not getting on, he's only 31 or something, but Columbus, he plays for 7th v 9th, and again Raheem Edwards plays for LA Galaxy, 7th first aid. So as you can see, 7th v 8th, 7th v 9th. On here we've got 3rd v 5th, 3rd and 5th, 4th and 6th. Do I believe I'm going to get anything? Because it's so close and they're all playing for points, and that there's only a few points separating all these teams. No, so this is probably one of my weakest squads. If you feel like I can upgrade this in some way, let me know. Move on to Challenger Europe. I'm excited. It's the first time I'm putting a Challenger properly in with some good players. So we've got Enner Valencia. We'll start with the striker. Amazing. He's going to go in because he does bits every time he plays. He scores, simple as that. It's an assist or a goal. He's their penalty taker as well, first choice, so he's always guaranteed. And they've had 2 penalties in the last 2 or 3 matches, and he's always taking them. Serdar Desan, he normally is a rotational player, but they always bring him off the bench. So these 2 players are getting stuck in, and we've got the midfielder here who plays for Anna. I'm trying to think. Anna Legia or something. Yeah, I think they're like in the top 10 or something currently. They have got one of the best defences. He's playing straight in there. And you can tell he plays all matches. Simon Vlete, this is my weakest link. I need to upgrade a challenger who plays in the Turkish league, Sport Auto. Simon Vlete, I want another defender, so if you can point one out, that again is 20 quid or under, 25 quid under, that's going to get me points. Let me know and I'll stick him in. And a goalkeeper, tell me what's happening with this goalkeeper. Is he playing or is he not playing? So if he's not playing, I need to know, because I need to either sell him, get my 20 quid back, and then put him towards getting an even better goalkeeper, or just keep him if he's going to be rotational. So please let me know if you've got any answers on this. I need a new goalkeeper and new defender to upgrade this team, and I think this team could actually get me some points, yeah? All Star Limited, Diego Lopez hasn't been playing for the last couple of matches. Again, guys, tell me, is he going to be playing any longer? Is he just going to be on the bench for the foreseeable future? If so, point me out to a goalkeeper that plays, that can do All-Star, so whether it's European or not, European, but sort of any league in the Europe that's going to get me significant points, or some points at least, for a goalkeeper that's 40 quid or less, 50 quid that's less. Matt Hummels is in there, again, 7th v 16th. We've put, as I say, his All-Star, so it's got a mixture here of the challenger, midfielder. He plays all the time. We've already gone through this. Casemiro will be playing for Man United. Man United has come off a 2-1 win against Liverpool and did the business. But with Real Madrid, he's going to score high. With Man United, is he going to lose price now? Is he going to... Sorry guys, look, these little midgets are just going near me. Casemiro, is he going to score high because he's playing for a Man United squad? Don't let that Liverpool game fool you. At the end of the day, I know he's excited about playing with, he's Brazilian, he's excited about playing with Fred, etc. But you've got to think this is a squad that, barring that one game, have been getting battered against lower teams. So do I really expect him to do what he used to do, where he was getting 60s, 70s consistently? No, not any longer. I'd love it, but I don't see it. So I wish he was worth 250, 300 quid that I paid for him, because if he was, I'd sell him in a heartbeat, even though he plays for Man United. So, you know, I get to see I've got to play in the Premier League now. It'd be amazing, but I just don't see it. But now he goes for a third of the price. If he ever rises to that 250, 300, he's only 30 years old, I'll sell him, but right now it's worth just keeping him. And Andre Kramaric, obviously this guy here, again 6th V10, they're coming off and he's just scored, assisted, so no doubt he's going to be full of confidence. So again, am I excited for this? It's a hard one, man. It's a hard one, because I feel like Kramaric can do well. I feel like Hummels can potentially keep a clean sheet. Berlin, I think this is Berlin, is it? Or I think it's Berlin, from the top of my head. They don't score well, so I feel like this could do bits, but all the stars would have to align. Underdog Rare, excited just to put one forward, because again, it's my Hull City player, Benjamin Tete, just had 2 assists. Rongier plays for Marseille. I think they're in the top 3, top 2 currently behind PSG. So again, and he plays consistently. Derek Etienne, he comes off the bench or he plays one if he doesn't score too high. Ethan Barlow, there's an MLS defender. Again, doesn't play consistently, but he's not the worst player in the world. But if you've got an MLS defender that you think would be better, I could put him in. Or if you want me to rotate Ethan Barlow with one of my defenders up here, Matt or Carlos, fantastic, we'll do that. We'll swap it around if I have the ability, because of the scoring structure with it being underdog. And again, Elliot Parish, if you've got a goalkeeper that you think I can put in underdog rare, that would be great for this. Let me know. If you think I've made any mistakes in any of these lineups up to now, let me know. If I need to buy any new players or trade players or move players from team to team, let me know. Basically, I bow to your wisdom here. I haven't had a chance to do all the research on every single player and every single team, so if you already follow certain leagues, just tell me. And this one, Casual League, highest rated defender, midfielder, goalkeeper, striker, midfielder. So I've got highest rated players that I have going in. Tete scores the highest consistently, more than anybody else. So I feel like if they all do what I know they're capable of, that could easily, without even thinking about it, get me a star, if not higher. So this team will do bits, but it's common. So this is where I'm at with this. I've got 6 teams entered. However, what I have got, guys, as I mentioned, I've got a couple of £100. I can modify them 6 teams, sell certain players, exchange them for other players. I can go and buy players off the market. So anything that you've seen opportunities, let me know. What I'm excited for though is not so much this game week, but if I go to the upcoming game week now and I just move this back, what you'll see, why does it keep doing this? Unexpected. This is really annoying. Keep going back. Right, let's just try one thing, guys, because what I want to just let you know is that 1 second. Say even on my phone it's doing the same thing. I don't know what it's saying. Unexpected, unidentified is not valid, blah 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 blah, whatever it says. It's not really what you want, is it, when you're trying to do a video here? What I'm trying to do is just go and show you what other leagues are available for the next game week, which should be upcoming. Come on, please don't sign me out, honestly. Oh, you mother. Alright. I'm sure there was an Asia that was available. I'll see if it shows it on my phone, and if it does, I'll show you now, guys. 1 second, bear with me. Play, upcoming. Alright, yes. See, it works on my phone fine, just not working on here. So I've registered for 6 leagues. There's also, the academy's locked, so I'm assuming we can't use the academy for whatever reason. If not, tell me why. Can I do any of these ones here? Specialist, Legends Challenge says you've got to use Legends, so we're not going to do that one. Game week 300 Jersey Challenge. Minimum age 30 or above. Captain limited only. Minimum 5 players with an average of 50, all below in the last 15 games. So if you feel that I've missed out on something, or you feel like there's 5 players that would be good, I'd have to do some research on this, that are 30 or above. I might already have them in my in the team. Asia, I can enter the Asia one. So I want to enter the Asia. I would basically want to enter as many as I can. If I can get 7, if I can enter the Asia this week, enter the game week 300 jersey challenge as well, 30 or above, scored 50 or less within the last 15 games, all limited, which surely you can go to. It doesn't even say it has to be a challenge mix, so I'm assuming anyone can be in that, like essentially like an all-star team. Which, if that's the case, let me know who you think I can put in. If I can if I can get a cheap team that could go in there, I'll do that as well. So there's 7 teams, and if you feel like there's any teams that I've missed, which I don't think I have, and then if you feel like I can upgrade any of the teams that I've currently got or change the players, I'll do that. So if I can get 7 teams entered for the next game week, I've got 6 currently, so sorry, 8, Asia and the next one. So if I can get 8 teams locked in, spend the £200, upgrade all the teams and buy the new ones, I'll do that. And then we'll have 8 teams running, which would just be sick as anything. So that's the aim, 8 teams, enter new leagues, Challenger, Asia, All-Star, MLS, Europe, the Common, the 2 specials, 8 teams. Fantastic. Well, that's where we are with that, guys. I know I've kind of rabbled on for over 30 minutes. You've probably lost interest about 20 minutes ago, and I don't blame you because I'm just rabbling here. But as I said, it was just in case I don't do the video, I wanted to put this in. Guys, it's not working, so we're going to have to do it. If you do want to sign up though to Sorare and you want to know all about this, go through my journey. I started 9 odd months ago, maybe longer, and you'll see from when I very first started to now how much money I've been putting in. I went into Europe predominantly, then I went into the other leagues, so that's what we're doing at the moment. If you do want to join me directly though, and you want to help me be part of my journey moving forwards, I'm trying to get to the thing. I normally read it from there, but I'm going to have to do it from here. Do join my not affiliate link, just the link to join Sorare, https:// we'll have to remember what that one's called, //sorare.com/r/ashman88. Copy it, join, get your 5 players, go to my earlier YouTube channel and you'll see about how that all works. And if you do actually want me to do a brand new video on joining Sorare right at the start, the pitfalls, what you should be doing initially when you very first start, if you are going to put money in, what teams you should go for. If you want me to actually help you with all of this, absolutely fine, let me know. I'm more than happy to start and give you another brand new video on it, essentially like a 2-parter. I'll do that. Also, guys, I would love to have some conversation back in the Discord. Get you guys back popping. I want to see what you're all doing. I might actually join. I might actually start a new thread in there and we'll have a chat. If you want to know all that information, go to the bottom of my YouTube channel. You'll see all the links to all my different channels and everything. And any questions you've got, let me know. I'm always there. And tell me what you think about the Championship and all the second leagues, the Bundesliga, second league, and the La Liga 2, the Championship, and amongst the other European, all the second divisions. Let me know what you think about that. I know that some people aren't happy because they sold some of their first division players when they got relegated, and if they held on to them, they could have used them now or sold them potentially at a higher rate because people are now buying them. I think they're meant to be launching this Friday. So yeah, tell me what you think about all of that, all the changes with Sorare, and let's start, guys. Let's do it. So like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Love you all, and peace out.